Reservation policies for S.Asia and IIDS minorities. The Speaker of this assembly.
I was supposed to speak on the reservation policy in India, the emerging issues. I will discuss the reservation policy, but I thought it would be useful to give the background to the policies for keep on changing after 10 minutes. I thought it would be better that I give you the background, theoretical background, particularly in terms of justification as to why the policies for discriminated groups, or policies focused on the groups are there. What's the theoretical justification? In addition to the general policies. Therefore, I will try to address a couple of questions before I go to the Indian situation. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? First thing I will address, what is discrimination or what is social exclusion? Second issue is why we are concerned about discrimination and exclusion. Then I go into theories of discrimination, wherein the prime focus will be on what are the motives behind discrimination, why do we exclude certain group from having an equal access and equal opportunity. And then I come down to, in that theoretical background, I come down to the caste and discrimination. And then the second part will be the policy. But in policies also, I take a general background on policies. And then I come down to the reservation in India. So let me begin with the definition of discrimination or social exclusion. I would like to be as simple as possible. Discrimination is nothing but a differential treatment in the market for equally qualified people, but based on group identity. That's a very simple meaning, that there are two people who are equally placed in terms of qualification, seeking an employment in the market. But one is given employment, the other is not given employment, on the basis of group identity, not on the basis of merit. So that is the general meaning of the discrimination. But discrimination at times gets expanded, that people are not only discriminated on the basis of their group identity, in employment, in wages, but discrimination takes a much larger form, and they are at times excluded from several activities. Not only denial of equal opportunity in employment for many other areas, but also physical segregation, not having social relations. The Ambedkar Sen has brought you a lot of clarity on that particular concept of social exclusion. I have written Martha Sen instead of Ambedkar Sen. He has brought a clarity to the concept of social exclusion. Let me take back to you for a minute to the concept of discrimination, market discrimination, for the first time introduced by Gary Becker way back in early 50s. He published a book on economics of discrimination. There the concept of discrimination was very narrowly defined. Discrimination in the market for job and in the market for wages. So Gary Becker only confined his description to the market discrimination. Ambedkar has expanded this concept quite a lot. He hasn't written and published as such, but there is a paper, discussion paper which he has published in pretty lengthy for the Asian Development Act. And there he developed the concept of unfavorable exclusion and unfavorable inclusion. It is unfavorable exclusion, not the unadoptable exclusion. Unfavorable exclusion and unfavorable inclusion. Now the meaning of this is very, very interesting. That when you are excluded completely in participation in the market as well as non-market institution, then we can say that you are completely excluded. Not giving job, not giving house on rent, not having relation in terms of sale and purchase. So all kind of denial and exclusion in the market and outside the market. For example, you are not having access in the government scheme even if you are entitled. So when there is a complete exclusion and denial from having access, this situation can be defined as unfavorable exclusion. It is unfavorable to the person who is excluded. But complete exclusion and discrimination is not the common situation. The common situation is that you are given access and you are given opportunities, but with a differential terms and conditions. And that is also a major form of exclusion or discrimination. You are given an employment, but your wage rate is lower than that of others, even if you are equally qualified. You are given a job, but you are given a job which doesn't suit to your qualification. So you are, for example, for untouchable, you are given access to tap water, but you are the last one to fetch the water from the tap. You are given entry to the temple, but you are not allowed inside the temple. You can be just in the outside portion. So all those situations where you are given an access, but with a differential treatment, discriminatory treatment, often undermining your dignity, is called an unfavorable inclusion. And this concept capture, therefore I like this Ambedkar's conceptualization because it captured the reality. Baker concept of discrimination had a limitation, quite a lot of limitation. Baker concept of market discrimination can be included in both of these. Now, this is the meaning of the discrimination. Basically, it involves denial of right which others enjoy. You are also entitled, but you are not given the right. And these rights are denied on the basis of group activity, that you must understand. There is a whole lot of confusion in the literature now. Some of them have right to bring out. You know, there is a Indian exclusion report that comes out in Delhi. And every exclusion, even an unemployment, every exclusion related to general situation, child labor, is treated as exclusion. So that is distorting the concept. So let me repeat for your understanding, because there is implication for policy. The denial of equal right, which other enjoy, and which one particular group also is entitled, that denial of equal right, on the basis of group identity, ascribed characteristic, not on the basis of merit. Women are denied access to Sabarimala simply because of whom? Being a woman and in a particular age. Scheduled castes are denied equal right, Muslims are denied equal right, tribals are denied sometimes equal right, but on the basis of group identity, group characteristics, and not on the basis of merit. And it has a policy implication. So this is the meaning broadly of what we mean by discrimination when we discuss the policies for removing discrimination. Why we are concerned? Now the question of why we are concerned is related to consequences. If there are positive consequences of discrimination, then we are not concerned, we are not worried. But that's not the case. The discrimination which involves denial of equal right or similar opportunity has a consequences. It is the denial of economic opportunities, denial of civic and political rights, and that's why it results into so many things, negative things, and that's what we are concerned about. One is that if you are denied access to income earning asset, agricultural land, business, enterprises, which is source of income, and if you are denied having an access from to this income earning asset, obviously your income will be low, you are likely to fall in the trap of poverty or denial of employment. You remain unemployed, you don't have income, you fall into poverty, or denial of having an access to education, which was the case with women and the untouchable in India till the beginning of the 19th century, and basic rights also, civic rights. So I think the exclusion and discrimination has a far more deeper impact, negative impact on the discriminated group. So if you see a high poverty among the scheduled class or the tribal, or if you see a high literacy among the female, then that is the reason is that for pretty long time they did not have right to education. But in case of some cases, Ambedkar has also mentioned in his books, in some cases you are physically and socially segregated. I come to the caste physical segregation, but even in case of other categories, the discrimination can be so harsh that the prejudices and antagonism against the discrimination will be so large that they are physically isolated and socially isolated and they remain separate. So that is why that the discrimination directly affects your economic well-being, social well-being, your freedom, and therefore this became the issue everywhere. Now let's look, why do people practice discrimination? What are the reasons? There we come to theory. Fortunately, it is the economists who took the lead in developing the theory of discrimination, which can be applied to social situation also. There is nothing much from sociology or anthropology or political science. Political science has something, denial of right to vote. We know that before independence, right to vote was only confined to those who had land, who were educated, who had business. The other were denied. So in politics, there is a notion of exclusion and the motive behind it, but basically it is the economists who developed the concept of discrimination, economic discrimination. Ambedkar was the first one to develop the theory in 1956. It was his PhD thesis, he wanted to publish it. Chicago University refused to publish because he said market work on the basis of merit, and here you are saying that there is a discrimination, denial of opportunities in the market to the African American or black and to women, because he took gender and the race as a factor for discrimination. But eventually, then Chicago University gave him the permission, and book was published, and it became very, very famous. That was a benchmark book. I think that was one of the reasons why I got Nobel Prize. His argument is that the people, by favoring the people of your identity, of your religion, of your caste, of your sex, people derive satisfaction, psychological satisfaction. So they have a taste for discrimination because they derive utility. If a high class helps the high class, you feel satisfaction that I have helped. So that is the theory which is based on psychological satisfaction or utility. There was another gentleman, then both of them these are two, because they are very sensitive to minority issue. His argument was that no, the prejudices or satisfaction is desire for utility is not the reason. The producers generally take decision based on efficiency. But he argued that the producers do not have full information about the qualification of the people in the society. And if you want to have information about their merit and other things, it will be very costly. And therefore, they generally make their judgment of hiring or giving wages on the basis of the assumption about the communities. That this community is hardworking, this community is lazy, blacks are lazy, violent, whites are very rational, conscientious and all that. So those are notion about the work efficiency and attitude of the people, and therefore they will hire the whites and they will reject the black purely on the basis of merit. Their understanding is that the whites are better than black in terms of efficiency, and so his productivity will be higher. So motive is not discrimination. But he would say that his judgment may be right, wrong. Some of the black which he has rejected may be more efficient than the white which he has employed. So this will amount to discrimination of the black who are more efficient than the white, and yet you hire white and do not hire the black. So it involves indirectly discrimination. There are other two people. So I am focusing on motive. In first case, it is the psychological satisfaction. In second case, you don't discriminate, but the fallout action is discrimination, but the motive is economics, my efficiency, my productivity. But there is a lot more clarity is brought about by other writers, Akrilov and others. Akrilov generally give a direction that motive is also economics, not only high social status or utility. There is an element of utility and satisfaction, but he hinted at economic motive also. But putting together all three of them, Becker, Arrow and Akrilov, we can summarize in a very simple way that they say their general argument is, because all believe that motive is utility satisfaction. I get a satisfaction by helping people of my own caste, people of my religion, people of my social background. So it is the utility and satisfaction that motivates the people to discriminate. But basically it's the prejudice, that you have a prejudice against the other, and therefore you favor the people of your own social background. There are two authors who then define the prejudice. Why does prejudice exist, or why people are prejudiced in their attitude towards the other? There is a concept of other as against the ourselves. The psychologists are complicated. I'm sorry I'm taking you to the concept, but it's very important for the young generation, because I must have addressed God knows how many conferences and speeches on reservation, and yet the people come with the same clarification. Therefore, I am giving this background deliberately. I work in the morning and brought this aspect to my lecture. The psychologist from Harvard University who wrote a book, Prejudice, in 1956, argued that prejudice is a psychological tendency, a psychological trait in the human, in the individual. To prefer the people of our own background vis-a-vis the other is a psychological tendency, and that is how they practice. So there was another gentleman, the rumor was from Harvard University, and the other post was rumor. He also he criticized this approach. Motivate the people from one social group to behave in a particular way towards others. It's a group to group relationship. But there are characteristics, and this paper is a marvelous theory. I like it because all discrimination in India can be explained in this theory. That this predominant group has certain features. One is that they think that they are superior than the subordinate group. Second, they think that we have more right than they. The Sharifas do not have right, as much as we have. Female have, we have less right than men. So the predominant group have a tendency to say that we are superior. By virtue of being superior, we have more right and others do not have right. And there is a group action on the part of the dominant group
to preserve the privileges and the rights. Then there is the opposition by subordinate group. The discrimination is an instrument to keep them out. So according to them, the discrimination is basically a good action to enjoy the benefit, enjoy the material. The Bloomberg was the first one who did. Very vehemently argued that the motive of discrimination is not psychological, it is economic. Property rights, another one. Education. You get high social status, that high social status also helps you to get more opportunity. That was the basically the theory of discrimination, that the majority group, dominant group, keep the other group aloof and away, deny equal rights, and try to work out throughout their activities and try to retain the privilege. And the fear that the subordinate group will take away our privileges, leave them to consolidate their action, and keep the subordinate group. So economics is the main. The summary of this all thing is the motive is economic. There is also a subsidiary motive is to have a high social status. You feel better, you feel higher. And that's why high social status is also used for economic purposes. That is the argument basically of the Marxist economics who gave the theory of discrimination. Dalit and the African Americans, they say that your high social status is also used for the economic benefit and purpose. So this is the summary as to what is the motive behind discrimination. Primarily economic and technically the caste. This background, no Indian economics ever developed a theory of caste discrimination. Therefore, we have to rely upon the politicians. The only person in India with huge literature on caste, but the person who may ascend in terms of intelligence of caste is Ambedkar. Therefore, I will now apply this theory of discrimination, develop the Western scholarship to the Indian situation, learn on the Dr. Ambedkar theory. Let us define the caste system. Later on I come to this one, I will get the religion. The caste system has is an independent organization, not an organized community or typically
First is that it divides people into standard 5 groups. There are several subcastes, thousands of them, but from the point of view of right and classification, there are 5 subgroups. It doesn't only classify, but it also assigns rights. That this caste has this right, that caste has this right. But the third characteristic that it assigns the right in an unequal manner. Some have more, some have less, and some have none. So as you go in the caste hierarchy from top to the bottom, the rights get down, rights decline. As you go from bottom to the up, the right increases. The untouchable who are located at the bottom of the caste hierarchy have no right whatsoever. This is the textual provision. If you look at the typical words from Manusmriti, that the untouchable should not have do not have right to accumulate wealth. Their only duty is to serve the high caste as a laborer. And of course, education and other things form the part of property. So untouchables suffer the most from the burden of the caste system, from the denial of right. They so much so that they were then considered as impure, polluting, and therefore they suffer from social and the physical segregation. Every village, the segregation is so powerful that even today, the caste system must have originated about 2000 years before. But even today you find in the villages, their localities, their residences away from the higher caste. Social segregation and the physical segregation. In the period of the Brahmin kingdom in Pune, the Brahmin originated the caste system and they got the power. They controlled the state, they implemented the caste system and untouchability in a true sense of the term. So in the city of Pune, the untouchable were not only considered untouchable, not to be touched, but unapproachable. The untouchable could not approach the high caste people. He or she had to stop. Even unseeable. To see the untouchable in the early morning was considered to be inauspicious. You have that the untouchable is not allowed to walk on the road when the shadows are lengthened. So I think before 12 o'clock they were allowed. They were required to carry a stick so that they give the warning to the nearby person coming that untouchable is walking on the road. They should keep the respectable distance, and they should hang the pot around their neck so that they can't sleep on the road or sleep in the pot. This is the state of affair that was the untouchable had been reduced during the period when the kingdom was in the hand of the Brahmin, and similar kind of symptom we can see over today. So these are, you can see that we can see the group-based theory being applied by Rafa. It's not the individual-based theory. Lower caste as a group is discriminated by another predominant group, and the motive is economic right and privileges. All property right. I don't have a time to tell you that what are the privileges of a Brahmin. If in anybody's imagination, what are the privileges? The Brahmin is considered